What's going on, guys? All Up Blitzel here, back with another video. Today we have Lycanroc from Crown Zenith. Lycanroc is a pretty cool card. For 2 energies, a fighting and a colorless, its Midnight Fang attack does 240 damage, but minus 80 damage for each energy they have attached. So, minus attacks have been historically underpowered in the Pokemon trading card game. They've tried it numerous times, and I cannot recall a single minus attack that ever saw any amount of play. So we're going to try to make this work. Our cool kind of gimmick here is we're going to use Echoing Horn and Cross Switchers to put a 2-price Pokemon on our opponent's bench and then gust it down with our Cross Switchers. And we can use Raihan to load up our Lycanroc all in one turn. So hopefully we can just upgrade on things like that. And in order, you definitely cannot play Lycanroc standalone, so he does have some friends. We have the Inteleon engine to help us cherry pick our pieces that we need, and also Aqua Bullet is a respectable attacker into a lot of matchups. We have Snorlax, Scormandize to help us get into the game. Radiant Charizard will be our other main attacker. It will be great to one-shot a Pokemon that have already been loaded up, or just won't need as many Cross Switchers, or won't be quite as resource intensive. Mew to be a nice pivot for when our Pokemon go down. We can use that Mysterious Tail, help us find an item to help us rebuild our board. Eiscue is kind of dreamer, but we're trying to use Eiscue to make our Lost Box matchup salvageable. I'm definitely trying to cover a lot of bases here, and you might just want to take the L to Lost Box. I definitely, if you wanted to try to make your Lost Box matchup a little more firm, you could cut one Lycanroc, like a big Parasol or something, because right now not a lot of Lost Boxes are playing Lost Vacuum, so if you just had the Raihan, Twin, Big Parasol, then as long as you could pick up your bench, you could just start block facing out. And we have a Manaphy to protect our bench, 3 Iridas to find our water guys, Raihan to, of course, get our Lycanroc loaded up all in one go, and Klara to recover our Charizard, Serena for that supporter gust. We have the Cross Switchers, which were aforementioned, 3 Quick Ball, 3 Level Ball to find our guys, Net to reset our Inteleons, and Incense also to find our guys. Energy Search is an item-based way to find our energies, so searchable with Mew and Drizzile. Pal Pad to recover our supporters, because we definitely want to use Klara more than one time. Could want to use Raihan more than 2 times. Heavy Ball, because we play a lot of 1-ups and thin counts. We definitely want to fish out those things. We have the Ordinary Rod to recover our Pokemon that's not a supporter. Echoing Horn, with the aforementioned Lycanroc play. Rare Candy can help us get our Inteleon all in play into the same turn, so it can be a pretty efficient attacker early game into some single prize matchups. Choice Belt we can slap on the Charizard and do 280 damage. Basing can help our Charizard get loaded up quicker. And then 2-2-1-1-1 energy is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to have a couple battles after this, so please consider subscribing and liking this video. Share it with your friends, where we probably hit it by now, but at least when I'm recording this, we are super close to 100 subscribers. I just want to thank you guys for all the support. I've just been doing this for 3 weeks, and we've already made tremendous progress, so thank you guys. It really means a lot, and please enjoy the battles. Alright, getting into the first game here. We'll not be going first, which isn't necessarily the end of the world for this deck. Actually, going second might be a little more optimal to try to get that turn one keep going. But is it something I need to, like, back when in the Brilliant Stars meta and Astral Radiance meta, an Astral Radiance meta, because Pokemon Go wasn't out yet, but like Worlds format, Radiant Charizard, I think I personally preferred to go first, but there was people who preferred to go second. So I think either way is fine. So we have not the greatest opening hand ever. I think Keep Calling might be our, but like, I want to keep calling this hand, but then my hand's completely dead. Like I have no way to supplement those like Sobbles. Like I can't turn them into Drizzles and get into my deck. It's just gonna be sort of breaking out after that. So we're seeing Moltres and Shoes. So this is gonna be some sort of dark deck. Tracking Shoe again. So maybe Darkrai V-Star. Yeah, wow. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. Unfortunately, grass stuff is weak, or dark stuff is weak to grass, which sort of threw me off initially. Like I was like, oh, Darkrai, grass weak, or fighting weak. Like, oh no, grass. So our Lycanroc will not be quite as efficient, because Moltres and Darkrai are weak to fighting, or not weak to fighting. They hit a concealed cards. So they have a Dire Flame Wings. And do they have anything else? They have a shoe. So pretty solid first turn for my opponent. Another attachment. So they will be set up to use that Moltres next turn. We just have like another Sobble. So I'm just going to attach the Fighting to a Sobble. And just Garmentize for 2. I don't have any. I don't want a Serena and discard any of these cards. So I'm just going to hold here. We find an Incense. So we are at least going to be able to set up. But we're sort of a turn behind, which is not. I mean, yeah, especially if they Gust and KO with Sobble. We are sort of in a rough spot. They don't have a Court. And just Aura Burn. So they do not have a very great hand after that there. So we have like a Rockruff, which is solid. I will Incense for Drizzile. Drizzile, the bench guy. I don't think Aqua Bullet is terribly great right here. I'm just going to Irida and sort of set up my board and then try to use Radiant Charizard or Lycanroc on the following turn to take a knockout. I think I want to keep calling here. I don't know. Sort of scuff board states. Taking Level Ball for a Sobble. Or we just grab Rockruff, keep going. This is really not great for us. We could have evolved Drizzile into the Drizzile and like retreated into a Rockruff and passed. But I think I like this a little more. I do like with both Rockruffs down. Even if he Gusts 1, I can still have one to take the knockout. So there's the conceal cards, heavy ball. Choice Belted Lycanroc can one-shot this Darkrai V-Star as well. It can also one-shot that Darkrai V that they benched. I do think this deck is probably, like, this deck is probably so bad in open list. Like if someone can see what your, Marnie. If everyone can see what Lycanroc does, or just knows what it does, they'll just put energies on their basic Vs, and then you are kind of struggling. You definitely have to go more Radiant Charizard based. That's why I wouldn't necessarily be super opposed to thinning the Lycanroc line just a little bit. They benched a Crobat. That's pretty good for us. Our hand isn't horrible. Definitely sort of lacking, though. There is a Training Court. It's going to be hard. Since I attached a Fighting on the first turn, it's going to be sort of tough for me to attack with that Charizard. I'll need 3 energies. So I'm going to promote the Drizzile. I'll take that Wash Water. So I will Drizzile for Level Ball for a Drizzile. And then Shady Dealings, probably just for an Irida. I think I'm just going to have to reload this turn. It's going to be impossible, but yeah, I don't think there's a way we can attack with the Charizard. We're a card short. Could I have grabbed Incense off of that for the double deal? I think I actually could have attacked this turn if I would have played it right. Because if I would have gone Shady Dealings for Incense for the big Shady, then grabbed Quick Ball, no, I'd still be a card short, right? No, if I got Quick Ball Raihan, Quick Ball the Energy Search for Fire, Quick Ball at Fire, grab the Charizard, Raihan 2 at Raihan for, yeah, I'm still short a card. Or what? No, I have to grab the net instead of the Raihan, and then net the active into the Charizard, and then Raihan for, use that Shady Dealings for Raihan for Twin. So I could have got the knockout there if I would have played that a little better. So it's going to be tough to win. We have to take a knockout every single turn. If we miss another knockout, we lose. So yeah, I definitely missed that play, which is a bit unfortunate. But at least we realize it now. So there's a conceal cards out of Dark Energy. There's a switch. Alright, so this is going to be a little tougher for us to get through. So there's a Dark Patch and Dark Pulse, blowing up our poor Manaphy. So I'll just promote a Drizzile. So we're probably going to be going for, we can use Radiant Charizard to KO the active, or Cross Switcher to KO the bench Crobat. So the Radiant Charizard is amazing. So we can Shady Dealings. I'm going to grab Raihan and Scoop Up Net. So I just need 2 energies to attack with this Charizard. I think, yeah, we can use Charizard here. I just need to grab Magma Basin and Choice Belts away from attacking. So we grab the Basin. And then we'll Basin the fire to the Charizard. Go back into our Charizard. Why did I... Oh no, I sort of screwed this up. I don't need a Cross Switcher. I went to the wrong guy. Well, now I have to pay retreat. Why am I grabbing Cross Switchers? I don't need to do this. I just can just retreat and knock out. Now my hand's dead. I have the incense, so I'm not totally... My hand's not totally dead. But, alright, well, if we get Marnie, this is sort of screwed, but... Yeah, I should have just gone right back into the Charizard and put the Wash Water on a Rockruff, so I wouldn't need a Raihan next turn. Oh man, I've really scuffed this game. I've not been playing very well on these recorded videos lately. Oh man. Luckily we're against Darkrai, so we're not super susceptible to being punished, but we could get hard punished by Marnie. So, hopefully that's not the case, but... Let's start this. That's only items, so they can't get a Marnie back. I do think Darkrai will be a lot better post-rotation. I still don't know if it'll be like ST, like people sort of thought it was going to be after it came out. But I think it will at least be viable. It's pretty much a meme deck right now. So I'll promote the Inteleon. We can Incense for the double dealer. Yeah, I'll get the big shady Inteleon here. We can grab probably Incense. We definitely want Raihan, and probably we can Energy Search Incense Net. We need all these cards. So we'll Raihan, attach the Fighting to that Rockruff. Grab a Scoop Up Net. Scoop Up Net, the active. Just want to reset my Inteleons. So we'll go into this guy, Drizzile, and then grab Incense to grab that Lycanroc. And now we're a little more flexible for next turn. And or if I would have just grabbed the Lycanroc, I'd only have one shitty dealings next turn. And now I have up to 3. So I'll grab that water off the Energy Search, bench the Sobble, Cross Switcher the Crobat, and one-shot it. We have multiple ways we can win next turn. We can blow up a bench guy with Radiant Charizard. We could use Lycanroc if we can Pal Pad back in Raihan. So yeah, it's smart of them to use the Moltres instead of a Two-Prizer. So we're gonna need to find our other Cross Switcher. Or does it? We have it in hand. We just Inteleon for the Klara and Klara Cross Switcher, and then that would be a good game as long as we do not get Marnied. Marnie would be tragic. There's an Ultra Ball. Hopefully that's not Lumineon for Marnie. That would be that's just a fail. So hopefully attachment to Moltres. Alright, so we have this one now. I really scuffed this one. Should have been over a long time ago, but we still got there, definitely. Alright, yeah, Klara hasn't been played. So Inteleon for the Klara and Cross Switcher, and that will be a good game. Ordinary Rod would have sufficed too. I could have rodded back in the Charizard and then Basin back on the fire. So yeah, we can grab the Klara, attach Cross Switcher up on Moltres, and then Combustion Blast, and that's a good game. So yeah, we played that one extremely poorly, but we still got there. So, alright, on to the next one here. Mulliganing, going first, so that's great for us. Let's see, this hand is okay, not anything spectacular though. Don't have any immediate outs to Drizzile. So, let's see what... Is Zamazenta? Alright, we did prize a Sobble, which is good in this scenario. I definitely want Sobble over the Rockruff. Like, I just need to be able to get into the game. And Radiant Charizard will probably be my preferred attacker in this matchup because it gets Zacian's Zamazenta deck. On a Quick Ball, it's a tough Quick Ball, but we'll have the Quick Ball at the Rare Candy. I'll grab the Lax, bench the Lax, and then retreat into it and Gourmandize for 4 fresh cards. I could have theoretically held my hand attached to the active and passed, and then gone for Candy and Inteleon on the next turn, but I think this is a little better. Of course, I did draw an absolute brick off of this, so Yeah, not looking super great. Might be using Mew next turn to hopefully get us going. So they're trekking shoes. I'm not too worried about getting pressured into it. I mean, it's obviously possible if they can like saucer onto a guy, but I'm not super worried about it. So they're hitting a couple of shoes, Ultra Ball, out of metal, so they're certainly getting the energies down. It's just whether they can find that. There's a Zacian V. You just need those. There's a Metal Saucer. Metal Saucer. Oh man, they're gonna get pretty. They already just started a research. Okay, well they're marring us. That's honestly, I'm okay with that. Our hand was pretty poor. So this is a little better. Yeah, we have the incense, so we at least can play the game. So they attach. They're just a switch away. Oh, they have the cross switchers. Oh man, and it's Sobble. That's the worst case scenario. But they use Intrepid Sword. They misclicked. Oh my goodness, that is so fortunate for us. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a sad face indeed. Okay, we top like Irida. Okay, that is just awesome. We'll grab Sobble and Level Ball. Open to Sobble. Level Ball for a Drizzile. And Drizzile here. I'm going to just hold this incense for next turn. I'm going to grab another Level Ball and just chain this to the active. So I have 2 Drizzles, so I have a guaranteed Inteleon next turn. Yeah, and we have the Basin already. We'll have the discard of Fire. We'll have another energy down from our earlier retreat. We'll just pocket this Raihan here. And then we'll retreat. Gourmet dice for 3. And now we're in an excellent position to use our Combustion Blast next turn. We hit the Quick Ball. We found another Sobble. So yeah, things are definitely looking up. So our opponent's going to be able to take a knockout on us for sure. Because they did not use that Brave Blade on the last turn. So hopefully they don't Gust a Drizzle. That'd be a bit annoying. There's an Ultra Ball. Could be for Lumineon for boss, which would be a bit tough. So there goes a Choice Belt in the court. Maybe I'll find Zacian V-Star. That'd be kind of cool. So this is always sent to V-Star. Doesn't do a whole lot for them. It's so my Charizard can still one-shot. They Serena for 4, so that's not boss, so that's great, as long as they can't pull another Cross Switcher playoff. They're into another Zacian. So, there's a Quick Ball. Out of Mew. And what will that find? Another Mew. So thinning the deck out. And Brave Blade for the knockout. So we're going to promote the Drizzile here. So promote the Drizzile. Top of the net is great. We're just, everything's breaking right for us right now. So our Twin is not prized. We saw that earlier off the Sui and just wanted to check. So we will grab. I don't need a whole lot with this. I guess I have everything. So there's Pal Pad, I guess, because we did prize a Raihan and an Irida to discard off Quick Ball. So Quick Ball out the Irida. Get the Radiant Charizard. Bench the Radiant Charizard. Drop the Basin. Basin out of the Charizard. Raihan on the water. And Raihan will find this Twin for us. And we can use Combustion Blast on our 3rd turn. So that's pretty impressive. So bench both Sobbles. Use the Shady Dealings. I'll just grab a Net. Probably. Or Klara. I think I probably should have grabbed Net. But I ended up grabbing Klara. Yeah, I definitely should have grabbed the Net because I did prize a Raihan. So I can't attack on the next turn. I guess I need like Rod or Net would have been a more correct card to grab. So Raihan. I suppose I can just play it slow with the Klara next turn. This isn't necessarily super bad either because I just needed 2 more attacks to win, so I don't need to be super aggressive and potentially fall apart later to like a Roxanne or something. So I don't necessarily mind this play in this particular matchup where I don't need to be super aggressive. They have Radiant Greninja. So they should be able to take this Brave Blade knockout. If not, okay, they'll evolve into the V-Star. If not, we can just use our Cross Switchers and Gust down that Zacian V-Star, and that would certainly be the game. I found a saucer, so they should be able to attack us. Saucer to the Zacian, air balloon. So yep, our Charizard is going down. So I think we're just gonna play it slow here. Klara to rebuild, rebuild our board a little bit. Because could I? I should have perhaps. Yeah, I should have a double energy search because I can use this turn to establish a Rockruff and sort of just build my board to checkmate them. We'll grab the Radiant Charizard, we'll grab the Water Energy, keep the fire down for the Magma Basin. I'll bench the Rockruff, attach the, play the Suian, fish out that Eiscue, bench him, net back into Eiscue, and then I bench Sobble, evolve into our Drizzile. I will then just grab the Ordinary Rod, I think. Yeah, Incense is also good. We'll put the water on the Rockruff and just pass it over to our opponent. Even if, like, worst case scenario, they gust that Rockruff, we still can just pop him right back with the Radiant Charizard. And we Pal Pad Klara just to close this game. So I think this route that we went is just fine too. So the quick ball out. Battle VIP. It would be a bit unfortunate for Rockruff to go down, but we're certainly flexible. They bench a Crobat, so that's an easy prize for Lycanroc. So there is energy on the Zacian, so we can't one-shot it with the Rockruff now. And they just break edge to take our Eiscue out. So we'll just promote one of our Drizziles and Sobble, was Irida for Inteleon and Cross Switchers. Then Energy Search for Fighting. I'm just going to checkmate my opponent here. I'm going to Incense for the Lycanroc. Evolve. Then I can use an Inteleon and find the other Cross Switcher and I guess a net. And we just Cross Switcher down that Crobat. And we bench the Radiant Charizard and just Basin onto it. So even if they disrupt my hand and KO this Lycanroc, they still are unable to. I still have game on board. So I'm just going to use another Shady Dealings, just thin out the deck. I will then bench the Charizard, use that Magma Basin. I think I should Pal Pad back in my Klara and my Raihan. In case of a Marnie, I'm not quite as. Yeah, and then we'll net. Grab that Klara. We just quick both in the Sobble. And then now, even if we get hand disrupted, Cross Switchered up the Charizard, we still have a little bit of a backbone with that Mew. So yeah, we are pretty much have our opponent checkmated to where even if they KO this Charizard, Lycanroc can just gust KO the Zamazenta, so they will have to use their Max Shield this turn. The Max Shield will complicate things a little bit, but we do just have that Klara in deck to win. And there's a Raihan, so that means no hand disruption, so we have this one in the bag. As a Mysterious Tail. And they're probably going to retreat and break edge. Nope, they're going to Cross Switcher up my Radiant Charizard. So we'll just have to pull off of the old Klara. So, yeah, so I don't know what my opponent's waiting for. They should, okay, yeah, they'll use Star Shield, that is smart. And they'll break edge. Yeah, it isn't before applying weakness and resistance. They used to do that a lot, and they haven't. I can't remember the last card that was before applying weakness or resistance, like Parallel City was back in the day. It was Klara. You just grab that Charizard, bench the Charizard, attach the energy, retreat, and we'll be able to use Combustion Blast, and that will be a good game. Alright, thank you guys for watching. This has been Lycanroc Radiant Charizard. If you enjoy this kind of content, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I post daily Pokemon TCG content. Some are more competitive videos where I go over tournaments. Some are more casual and fun decks like this one was. Definitely won't win you a tournament, but it was quite fun just for the few games that I played. Definitely could consider thinning that Lycanroc line a little bit if you want to lean more into that Radiant Charizard package. and make your deck a little more consistent. I just really wanted to showcase the Lycanroc for this video. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them below. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and this has been All Out Blitzel, and I'll catch you in the next one.